probes do they have? 60
60
and
to
60.
65.
Yeah, that's crazy. Literally, if any of them decided to just build up an army instead of going economy and getting a third base, the other one probably would have won. But this mothership core is a little bit exposed. He has to be careful about how he deals with that with Blink on the
Yeah.
field.
Well, again, I think this goes back to wheels within wheels because Bones is known by everybody. Anyone who's ever had any interaction with Bones knows Bones does not attack. He is like the most defensive player that has ever graced God's green earth. And then Bales, he probably knows how good Bones is at defense and just doesn't want to go that route. So he's using the small minor harassment in the form of zealot DT drops to do what he can. He's not going to overcommit to it, but he's going to poke. It's like being a little kid in your mom's kitchen while she's baking pies. Every time she turns her head, you're going to stick your finger in the pie, get you a little bit of taste, but before she turns around, you smooth it out so she doesn't even notice. Same thing that's happening here. Get it?
Yeah.
Think about it.
Well, these DTs are kind of annoying, to be honest. Forced out a photon overcharge. But, I mean, like, he was sitting at full energy. So, like, was that... I don't know. I feel like having the full energy, being able to recall and then photon overcharge, like, just having the full energy instead of
You're
wasting it
right.
on a
It
DT.
wasn't cost efficient, but the fact is he's got the economy right now that he can afford to throw away one DT, one zealot, just on the off chance that his opponent wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
It's like, sending 8 lings randomly up your opponent's ramp. Yes, they're probably going to die, but, maybe you forgot to block it that particular
Yeah,
time.
man.
You can take advantage of your opponent's weakness, but first you've got to find it.
hmm I mean, this minimap is just crazy right now. I mean, like, I don't even know how to explain it. They're just kind of, like, chilling on their side of the map, not giving a crap about anything that's going on. They don't really care what their opponent is doing. They're just doing their own thing. No Colossus ever for Bales, and Tempest are just getting added in by both players. I think Bales is going to get a good engagement with just these Tempests because he has Archons and Immortals, but he does need to keep that Immortal production up.
Yeah, Tempests are really badass, man. Like, think about it. Again, it goes back to range units because Tempests are real beefy, but they have like what is it, 11 range or something like that. So they're basically going to sit behind all the other units and just bombard you, and you're not going to be able to get to them because there's like 1,000 units between you and them. It's just not going to happen. They're this long range, just kill everything in its path unit, and right now, Bales has a hell of a lot more of them. Bales is up a base because he got that up sooner. So basically, while these guys are trading these little zealot counts and stuff, we do have Bones now seeing all 6 of these Tempests. So he's got to go ahead and get ready for that. We see him immediately dropping these photon cannons. So he knows that this is going to be coming at him. He's getting ready for it. He wants to engage this on his side of the map, and this is him saying that with a great big exclamation mark at the end.
Yeah, and you know exactly what happens when one of the players hits 200, 200? They attack. Actually, it's attacking a little bit before that. I don't really understand why you would do that. I mean, if you're waiting this long, just wait until you're maxed. He's basically there anyway, I guess. But the things about Tempest is that they force engagements either way. Like, you can't just sit back and let the Tempest rain down on you like you were saying. But I'm not sure why these cannons were even built in the first place, so.
They're gonna buy time. They're gonna buy time. Um, that's all Bones is concerned about. Bones is keeping his money low. His opponent isn't. They're at even supply counts, even army counts, and
Nice
he's got the
time warp.
defender's advantage. Yep.
And these
So
storms are actually really nice. But all the Colossus are getting focused down like immediately. A lot of the Archons for Bones are actually remaining. There's a lot more Tempest on the field for Bales, but the ground army is just kind of melting away, and the Tempest are still just... Oh, this is going to be close, but there's so many more Archons, and that's a lot of anti-air, and he's going to move forward and take a... Not take a supply lead quite yet, but...
Well, the
This Zealot
reinforcements
working.
for Bales are hurting, but it was really interesting something Bones did there is he hallucinated some Colossi and some Archons, and his opponent was targeting those down as well.
Yeah.
So a lot of those attacks from Bales, it looked like he had a bigger army, and he did, but the attacks weren't always on real units.
Yeah.
Not to mention, Bones has a upgrade advantage.
And Bones really, really, really needs more gateways. Right now, he's currently sitting on, actually, where's the gateway? He's sitting on 7 warp gates, while, what is 14? Yeah, so he's double the amount of warp gates Bales is, that is. And he's just able to, like, seriously just remax on Zealots and just keep powering through Chrono Boost everything. I mean, he's been
Bones is
using
actually
his,
doing a really good job keeping his money low, though. Even with those 14 gateways, Bales is floating nearly 1,000 minerals,
yeah,
where Bones hasn't really been over 400 this whole time. So
yeah.
I got to give him some props there, man. He is really utilizing these low number of gateways better than most people.
Yeah, and now here comes the engagement. Tempest on Tempest, the most awkward thing in the world. Nice warp in there to block in the Zealots. That's a really, really good move, but all these Tempests are going to be falling, and there's not much left on the ground. There's 3 Archons and like 20 Zealots to just 2 Archons. And I think this is going to... Yep, there's the GG. And Clarity Gaming, regular team, actually takes it 4-1, so...
Yeah, dude, that was insanity, man. I really thought the Academy was going to give it a much closer run, but we're seeing why the A team is the A team. Well, apparently, I was getting some information during some of our games, but apparently, according to Saravati, the reason that the A team is doing so bad in the overall league is that they've had some roster issues where people weren't showing up, and they had to give away a couple of forfeits where they didn't have enough people on the roster. So they were always winning their matches when they had to forfeit, so it really sucks.
Yeah.
So that's where that kind of comes from. But yeah, dude, 4-1 here for the A team. Clarity Gaming Academy put up a great show. We had some awesome games. It was a pleasure casting with you. But most importantly, thanks to all the fans who definitely tuned in.
Yeah.
At one point, I think we were at like 75 viewers. That is awesome. So, guys, I just want to thank you, for tuning in, for checking out the Unions of America StarCraft 2 Team League. Next Saturday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the next cast, so please definitely tune in. If you liked what you heard tonight, you can follow me at The Only Shaft, or check me out on YouTube at Misused Shaft, or you can just YouTube Casting Crew if that's easier for you. But either way, we do a lot of strategic VODs and content. This is Shaft of the crew signing out, but as always, guys, thanks for being awesome.
Yep. Alright, well, I'm actually going to look at the next... What round is it? So right now, it's Clarity Gaming versus Clarity Academy. And that would be round 8. So now, next week, we have Clarity Academy versus Team Gravity, KS Latin Gamers versus Chronic Factor, LAG versus XT, Renegades of Hell versus Zerg Gosu Team, and Underrated versus Team SMI next week. So make sure to check that out, and we'll catch you guys next time. Alright, I'm going to end this stream.